not a bad place to have a little bit of a picnic as well. Our first morning, me and Tim have come upstream, we're camping. Unfortunately, we've not had any fish yet. We've not had any bites because I'll show you in a minute, but the water last night rained very hard. And if you can see the water behind me, it's a little bit brown. It's actually thinning out quite nicely. It's probably dropped already a foot to 18 inches this morning since we've been out, which is pretty damn good. What we're now going to go and do is, I say, have some shore lunch, set it up there in the shade. Look at that, what a stunning spot to have lunch. Fantastic.
Lovely one. Fish number 2 this afternoon. Lovely on a popper, going along the surface, tightened into it nicely. Very pleased. Let's hope we can get a few more of these. So there we go. The gill covers are stunning though on them. Absolutely stunning. So short little swim over there. Took the popper right next to a log, classic Dorado. So now we'll send this off on its way, hopefully. Excellent.
There you go, my first ever Golden Dorado. Beautiful, what a take. That thing came clean out of the water. Clean out of the water. See the tail? There. Look at that. Big head, all the weight is in the head. How big's that? 4 or 5 pounds, something like that?
No, this is 7, 8.
7, 8?
What a place to come to. Fish like this, why would you want to go anywhere else?
What do you think of that, Tim?
Great day out.
Fantastic,
Good
isn't
fun.
it? Thanks, Juan. Thanks,
amazing Dorado.
our local friends. Been a fantastic day. The afternoon's been really hectic. The water clarity, I don't know if you can actually see, but the water clarity now is really improved. There's still a little bit of colour in it, but it's dropped out quite a lot, so hopefully it's going to be even better in the morning. But now we've got this fantastic campsite to go and enjoy. Admired, fantastic. I'm just completely and utterly in awe of this trip, and we've only been fishing for one day. Still got 5 more days to go.
And would have been well over 20 pounds in this tiny bit of water. I got too excited, and then there's another one that came and I pulled it out of its mouth, and then I saw this attacking some fish, got the popper on the surface. Bang! When you see a big Dorado mouth open and take your fly, it is exciting. What a fish. What a fish. Beautiful, big head. Lovely, lovely Dorado. Not the biggest, but a good fighter. I think we'll let it go. Excellent. Brilliant.
We're now heading up to some water that's not been fished for a month and a half. Right up here. So last night we slept in tents on the riverbank as you saw. Great little camp. Covered in mud. Nice little small Dorado. Nailed that fly right in the corner of that mouth. Look at that. See if we can get that out. How big would you say that was?
Maybe 7 pounds.
Okay. Nice fish. Go well. Unbelievable take, but just look at the colour in that. Glinting in that. That's just phenomenal. How that just catches the sun. Big, big, big heads and bit of proper trekking through the jungle this time. We come right up the river. We've had a really good day. Tim's had some cracking fish. I think we've had about 10 fish, Tim, between us?
10 fish.
11 fish?
2 big fish.
2 nice ones, real nice ones. Best one was Tim's 24 pound of silver, which it's a shame the camera was not on, because if I told you that that fish rose and sucked his popper off the surface just before he'd started to move it, no more different than a big brown trout would taking a dry fly. It literally head and shouldered, eyes out of the clean out of the water, and sucked it in so gently. That was absolutely amazing. on the third morning. As you say, you've seen we were up on the upper river for the last 2 days camping. I'm out with Chris today, and we're on the very bottom of the river. And I don't know if you could see, you know, just how much wider and how different everything is down here. I come across, you see, like, the jungle's not quite so thick. The river's a lot wider, a lot more shallow, a lot of silty, but as you can probably see now coming up, the river is also full of structure. It's this structure and some of the little drop-off channels that we'll be fishing today. From all these shallows, the Sabalo, which is the state of the art of everything in this river. If you come back to Earth as one creature, you wouldn't want to come back as one of those little fish, because they're literally terrorised from the day they were born until the day they die.
One big bar of gold.
Beautiful, pure Bolivian gold. I've only been fishing a couple of hours, and Kevin's to my side. We just found a couple of feeding fish. We'd had a nice double hookup. This is a nice fat fish. Just look at the head on those. Here we are this morning. It's a last morning, and I'm out with an old friend of mine, Andy, and we've not actually fished together for over 26 years. We'll just come up to the home pool because we have to walk past this pool while we go up the rapids, but there's always fish in here. I've hooked two in here. I've not landed one in here, but I've had two, only small ones, but we're just going to give it a quick go this morning. The only way I can describe it is Narnia for anglers. You're having Dorado swim past the boat. It's just a matter of trying to find them and be in the right place at the right time.
Well done, boys. What a fish. What a fish.
Can't believe that. That was absolutely amazing. We just crept up to that creek. We've seen lots of fish. Both me and Andy have been taking turns. That was the last pool. That's as far as up to we could go. So that was the last cast of the day, and also the last cast of the whole week. One cast, one fish, round about 10, 11 kilos, so 22 pounds, something like that. What a fantastic sport. The boys, great thanks to Santi and Andy for videoing it. You got the take, as you've seen. Absolutely phenomenal. Just look at this creek. Do you believe that you can catch monsters in a place like this? For me, if I was going to sum Bolivia up for my first ever week, it definitely is a place and a fish of dreams. If you like adventure and you like excitement, fishing big open wide rivers, targeting, you know, tree stumps, fishing under structure, casting up to little clear streets, creeks like this. Bolivia's got absolutely everything. So last morning, we're all now starting to pack our bags, and we're going to be flying out here from the little remote strip back to Santa Cruz in Bolivia. It's been an amazing week, absolutely amazing week. From my first trip out here on the Secure River, it's actually, I'm nearly lost for words, because there's something special about this Golden Dorado fishing. And that's unusual for me to be lost for words. It's just the diversity of fishing downriver, where the river is a lot more open, wider, and you're fishing in the structure too, right up where you saw me last night, finish the trip, fishing on one of the small tributaries, which is, you know, at times barely wide enough to get one of these canoes behind us. And up there we find huge Golden Dorado, you know, 25 pound plus. I don't think you could ever get bored with this place. If you're into fly fishing and you like, you know, your predator fly fishing and violent takes and strong fish, I say to you, just come out to Bolivia and give this a go. And surrounded with all this scenery, the wildlife, the butterflies, just the jungle, you know, the whole eco-culture, and the locals, you know, the local tribes, the Tsimane tribes, you know, they just can't do enough to help us. It's a great project, and it just goes to show that if there was more of these projects around the world, I think there'd be a lot more fishing, a lot more sustainable fishing. So, you know, for the Tsimane team, I applaud them, and Sportcrest will definitely be back again and again and again. We're already having 2 hosted trips next year, and as a company and as a person, I'm really pleased to support this as a project. So, only leaves me one thing to say. If you want any further information about this destination, feel free to drop me a line or give me a call in the office. You know, the real advantage is I've been here, I've seen it, I've done it, I've been coming back many times. So I can answer all your questions, and hopefully we'll see you out here soon.